Hello everyone. Alissa Baldwin, candidate for United States Senate here in Virginia with your Freedom Fridays update. This week we're looking at the 8th Amendment to the U.S. Constitution. Included in the Bill of Rights, the 8th Amendment reads as follows. Excessive bail shall not be required, nor excessive fines imposed, nor cruel and unusual punishments inflicted. There are three basic protections offered in the 8th Amendment to the American public. First, there's the matter of bail. Depending on the nature of the offense, bail is not always available to the accused. Generally speaking, though, if that is an option on the table legally, it's a promise of payment in the form of cash, property, bond, and that payment is made to the court promising to return for your court date. This is significant because in America, we have the presumption of innocent until proven guilty in a court of law, and it doesn't make sense, generally speaking, for the accused to have to spend days, weeks, months, even years waiting incarcerated for their actual day in court. So bail is a protection for the accused. Then there's the matter of excessive fines. Your consequence needs to fit the crime. The fine cannot be so exorbitant, so high a fee, that it doesn't match with what the offense actually was, what the damage was that was inflicted on the injured parties, and so excessive fines are prohibited in the 8th Amendment. And then there's the matter of cruel and unusual punishment. It's worth mentioning here that the death penalty is not, legally speaking, cruel or unusual as a punishment if the death sentence is carried out swiftly and humanely. Therefore, I am a supporter of the death penalty for capital offenses. These are violent offenders. They have had their due process and day in court, and if found guilty and convicted in that court of law and sentenced to the death penalty, I do fully support that execution by the government. Again, there is sanctity in life. There is protection in place all the way through. And if you do the crime, you should do the time. Sometimes the time is time lost from your normal life. Sometimes the time lost is with friends and family while you're incarcerated. Sometimes the time lost is the time that you're having to spend extra hours working to make restitution for those fines and damages. And sometimes the time is time lost because of choices that you made that were so horrific that a jury of your peers found you guilty and a judge issued the sentence of death. But it's not cruel and unusual. Oh no. This kind of death is not what you see in the Hollywood blockbusters like Saw and Final Destination, or even the horrific death sentences and punishments that were carried out in the colonial times and in the early days of England, where there was dismemberment and tongues cut out and body parts removed and mutilated and people were being drawn and quartered and sentenced. Just the punishment didn't fit the crime, bottom line. And so we don't allow that in America because of the 8th Amendment. James Madison, I should also point out, made sure to say shall not be required, not ought not. Slight distinction, but those words have power as well. It's a higher standard, a higher threshold, and that's important for our justice system in America today. So that's the 8th Amendment and the Bill of Rights, part of our U.S. Constitution and Freedom Fridays series. This is Alissa Baldwin, and I will see you next week.